Hello, Keith Rucker here at VintageMachinery.org. Guys, I'm putting together an odds and ends video for you this week. I've got stuff piling up over here. It's been piling up for a while, and wow, we've just been really busy. Been doing a lot of stuff. Haven't unfortunately been shooting a lot of video lately, mainly because working on the shop itself. We've been doing electrical work. We've been doing some trim work back in the wood shop, getting boards up on the walls. I want to do an update on the shop coming up soon, but right now everything's such a mess back there. I just hate to even get the camera out, but keep that in mind. Between that, we took some vacation last week. Family had a great trip. Was gone for a week, and I've got some traveling that I'm still doing with work. I got a couple of meetings this summer still. Bottom line, just haven't had a whole lot of time in the shop. And again, what time we have had. Been working on the shop more than working on stuff in the shop. I do got a project I'm going to try to get worked on this weekend. We're going to shoot some video on that, so we will have some stuff coming out to you guys pretty soon on that. But let's get over here. We got, again, a good bit of viewer mail. We've got some new purchases that we've made for the shop, and I just want to kind of fill you in on some of that. So let's get over here and start going through boxes. All right, first item here. I'm kind of excited about this. It's pretty cool. This is a Toolmaker's vise. And this is a really nice one. Looks like it has had very little use, and it's actually made by Suburban Tools. I don't know if you can see that on the end. So this is a factory made vise, and Suburban makes some top-notch stuff. I've always been impressed with the stuff they make. What I really like about this one is it's a little bit larger size. I've got a couple of smaller versions of these Toolmaker vices, but I don't really have a larger one like this, and because a lot of the stuff I do is a little bit on the large side, this one right here should give me the capacity to do some different things. So if you're not familiar with these, this is a precision ground vise in every direction, and it's really nice for working particularly on the surface grinder. You can go in here and put something in there, grind the top, and then just rotate the whole vise, and you're going to get a nice 90-degree finish on the other side. So anyway, nice Suburban tool vise in great shape. This was a partial trade and partial purchase. So Sander there was a couple of things around here that I was able to scrounge up that he was interested in, and we worked out a deal where he got a couple of items, and then I also paid him a little cash for it too. But a good deal, hopefully, for both of us. But anyway, thought I'd share that. Really excited to have this nice Toolmaker's vise in the arsenal. So you guys remember the drill press job we did recently for the guy up in North Georgia that had the gear that we had to do some work to and actually make a new shaft for? He sent these along to me. This is a whole sack full of 7/16 14 by 1.25" square head set screws, and it's kind of funny. I think he needed like 1 or 2 for his project, and he says I'm never going to use those, and he knows I do a lot of stuff, restoration work, and use these. So he sent those along. He also sent along some pictures of that drill press, and I'm going to kind of put those in here so you can kind of see what it goes to. A lot of times I get jobs in for people, and we never really get to see what it actually went to, but he did send a couple of photographs along. So like I said, I'm going to put those in there where you can see them. But anyway, thanks a lot. We appreciate that, and I will put these over in my assortment of square head set screws. I got a bunch of different sizes, and I just like to keep these in stock. Next item here comes from John Tulipani up in Milford, New Hampshire, and he sent this along. It's a little trigonometry table book. You know, I've got a few of these already, but they're nice to have laying around, particularly if you're doing stuff on a sign bar or whatever. You know, honestly, this day and age, most of this stuff you can just pull out a calculator and do it. But back in the day, you had to look these things up in tables. But one thing nice about this is it got all the formulas in here for triangles and all the geometry that you have to do. And a lot of that stuff, man, you know, I learned it back in school, and a lot of it I still remember, but sometimes I just can't quite remember the formula for some of this stuff, so I have to go look it up. So this is a nice little reference book to have along. So anyway, thanks a lot for sending that. So in addition to the little reference book, John also sent along some other goodies here. So this is basically some modeling clay, which I actually use in the shop for some things from time to time. These are kind of interesting. These are some little clamps of some kind. Seems like I've seen these before, and I can't recall exactly what they're for, but you could use it like to pinch off of a hose or something like that, or just, I mean, it could be used for all kinds of different things. Some little caster wheels, and this is actually really nice, a little draftsman's compass set, dividers and what have you. Back when I was in high school, I learned how to draw on a drafting board and not on a computer like we do now. And I've still got my compass set. It's not as fancy and nice as this one, but I still use that thing all the time. This is a nice little set here, and I will probably put this thing to work, because sometimes when you're laying out parts or whatever, it's just nice to go grab a nice compass set and do it. And even though I'm becoming more and more proficient with CAD, guys, sometimes I'm just old school. I'll get out the T-square and the triangles and just draw something up real quick, particularly if it's a simple sketch, because honestly, I can do it faster on paper than I can on the computer. And that's just because I spend a lot more time actually practicing that technique than the modern CAD method. And I need to do more in CAD, there's no doubt about it. So anyway, John, thanks for sending this along. So as I'm going through boxes over here, I'm realizing that yet another box here from John. I didn't realize at the time that he had sent actually a couple of different boxes to me at different times, but I'm going to put them all together. But a couple more items he picked up, a little Stanley, it looks like a number 5 bench plane. This one is, I think, a more modern one. It's not like a real antique one. Not that there's anything wrong with that, but anyway. Looks like it's pretty much got all the pieces. He had taken it apart to put it in the box, make it fit better. This is kind of neat. This is a little hand sharpening stone, and it's made for doing a knife. It has the bevel in there for like a knife, so that's kind of a neat little thing. That might end up at the museum, who knows. It looks like it may have had a little bevel piece that it slid up into that mounted it down there. I'm not sure. And a little drill index here, has a couple drill bits in it, but we'll probably just use that to store some drill bits in. So anyway, thanks again, John. Got some more goodies here. Guys, you may remember seeing this before. This was actually something I picked up last year at the Barzy Bash. It's a little clamp set that was made by Paul Boulay. And Paul sent me a message a while back, wanted to know if I was going to be at the Bash this year. And unfortunately, I didn't get to go. We actually had a family vacation that was a big deal with a lot of different family members, extended family, and anyway, it conflicted this year, and unfortunately it didn't work out for me to go. But he had made up a little tag to put on these and wanted me to put it on the box, so he put one in the mail to me. So I will definitely get this attached to the box, so we remember where it came from and what have you. And anyway, Paul, thanks a lot. This has actually come in handy. I've used this clamp set several times now. I think I even have added to it a little bit, if I remember. I think I made some extra pieces and whatever for a job one time and just put them in here. But anyway, it's a very handy little set to have, and I have already used it multiple times. Next item here is a book, come from Damian Williamson. Damian sent this along, and Thermodynamics Properties of Steam. So another good reference book for the library. Lots of information in here. It's like we got some tables and charts and what have you. So anyway, nice stuff to have around. And you guys know my addiction to old books. So thanks a lot for sending that along, Damien. Got some more books, and this comes from Tom Moran. And Tom sent along a couple things. First thing is this catalog, 1920 catalog. Basically, it's just like a hardware distributor. It's got everything under the sun in it, and I just love these old books, man. Sometimes I'll sit in there when I ain't got anything to do in the evening or whatever, and I'll just thumb through here and look at old tools and look at old things and just learn about it, take notes in my mind. It's amazing what I'll think of later on when something like this comes up, or I see something. Buy this stove for panel department, or buy this save for panel department. So look at there, that's a note they put in there, and that's an old, it's like a Barnes hand rip saw. That's kind of cool. Anyway, that's a neat little book. And also sent along 3 volumes from Modern Shop Practice. Hopefully that didn't blur out on you. Foundry work, molding, casting, forging, management, metallurgy, welding, die stamping, pattern making, and mechanical drawing. So we got volumes 2, 4 and 5 here. And these are, I was looking at these a while ago, these are actually pretty neat books. I might need to see if I can find the rest of them. 1917, they said there was a total of 6 volumes in here, so we got 3 out of the 6. And a bunch of these old like correspondence course type books, I've got a bunch of these different kinds. You know, Aldell's was famous for making a nice set of these. There was a bunch of them, but I have learned a lot from reading through some of these. They're made where they're probably written on about a 6th grade education if you think about the time frame back then, and they're easy to understand, easy to follow, and they're just, if you're trying to learn an old trade that was common in those days, and you're trying to do things original, these are the way it was done back then. These are just great reference books. So. And I don't know that I've ever seen Modern Shop Practice, this particular set before. So, American Technology Society. Anyway, so I'm going to maybe have to find the rest of those. But anyway, thanks a lot, Tom, for sending these. Again, you guys know I like books, so this is awesome. So here's something that I actually learned a little bit on when these came in. And these were sent in by Andy Watts. And Andy had found these and asked me if I wanted them. And I'm like, well, what are they? Well, he had done some research and figured them out. Some of you guys probably know what these are. I did not. So this is actually what they call a chain indicator mount. And they're made for like putting on a piece of pipe or something. If you ever needed to like strap a indicator, a dial indicator onto something that was just an oddball shaped piece of tubing or whatever, you can take this chain around here, and I got to figure out exactly how it attaches and so forth. I guess maybe hooks in there, I'm not sure. It goes around this way actually. Goes around your post. Hey, I think that would probably be it right there. And you tighten this thing up, and there's a little studs mounts in here. It looks like quarter 20 or 28, I'm not sure, but you put a rod on there that you can mount an indicator to. And like I said, I've never seen one of these before. I can see where this very well might come in handy at some point in time for, whatever. And interestingly, you can still buy these. You can go to MSC. In fact, he said he looked on MSC, and you can buy a new set from them. They cost $287 for a new set. Anyway, he sent along a pair of these to me, and they look like they're maybe a different manufacturer, but very similar. Powerhouse Tools Incorporated, Juliet, Illinois on that one, and that one doesn't appear to have a name on it. But anyway, kind of a neat thing. Never seen one before, but got a couple of them now, and I can definitely see where something like this might be something that I would use. Here's some more holes on the top of that one. So anyway, just a neat little tool, and something that I'm sure will come in handy for something somewhere along the line. So thanks a lot for sending that along, Andy. Another item here, this was actually a purchase that I made from a viewer. Contacted me, had some stuff, and we worked out a deal on this. And by the way, guys, we got a storm coming in, and I think it's about to bear down on us. So if you hear the rain hitting the roof or you hear thunder in the background, that's what's going on. But anyway, back to this. This was sent in by Dan Prockman. Sorry about that. Had to look back on the box. And what this is some rather large size end mills. And this is going to be some nice stuff. Now I can run these like on my horizontal mill. I've got holders that will do it. And he had come across some of this stuff that was, some of these I think have been resharpened. They all appear to be in great shape. But anyway, some nice big end mills and so forth that we can use, who knows for what, but this is the kind of stuff that you just like to have around because you just don't ever know when you're going to need it. So again, this was a purchase. We worked out a deal, and I'm going to add that to my collection. And thank you very much, Dan, for sending these along. Greatly appreciate giving me the opportunity, and like I said, we're gonna give them a good home. So guys, this is another recent purchase I made. I've got a fabricating job coming up that I'm going to be doing. You guys are going to get to watch me do that. We're making a new table for the big surface plate, or a new frame to mount it on. And I decided I wanted to go ahead and get a set of these squares from Fireball Tools. And if you watch some of the other YouTube guys, I'm sure that you've probably seen these. Several guys have featured these in recent times, but Jason Marburg actually started a company and started making these, and they're available online. Fireball Tools. I'll put the website down here. It'll also be in the description. And these things are awesome. Basically, there's two different size things here. Two different sizes. You got the square over here, and then this one here is kind of where you can clamp it up on a, do an inside corner, or it's got all kinds of really good angles in it. These have the tabs that go on the bottom. I don't have them on here right now because the job I've got coming up I'm not going to need them for. But very, very handy little tools to have. And Jason, anyway, I went online and I ordered me a set because I needed some for this job I've got coming up. And anyway, they're awesome tools. I met Jason last couple of years, I think, out at the Barzy Bash. Super nice guy. Again, starting up a little small company and selling these, and these things have been a big hit with the welders and fabricators all over the place. And they're just really, really handy to have. So anyway, thanks Jason for offering a great product, and I'm glad to have these in here, and you will be seeing these in action coming up very soon as I start working on a project I've got coming up. So thanks a lot, Fireball Tools. Well, there you go, guys. That's going to be a wrap on this episode. A little bit short this week, and again, I've got some stuff we're going to be working on over the next couple of weeks. So I hope to get some more videos with actual shop content coming up very soon. But I get a lot of good feedback on these odds and ends. People like seeing different new tools and learning about new things. And anyway, some people like them, some people don't. But thanks for watching. For you guys that have hung into the end, because I guess if you stayed there this long, it's because you did like it. So with that, we'll sign off, and thanks for watching, guys. We'll see you next time.